8 months ago, with zero game dev experience, I downloaded Unity and started work on my first game. For the first 3 months, I went as hard as I could on not only the development, but on the research on how to make a game, as I was starting completely from scratch. As you would expect, with zero experience, I wasn't progressing very fast, but I was still making some progress, which I was happy with. The game I am making is a small open world Western simulator with a focus on making money through farming, harvesting materials, bounty hunting, and a few other smaller ways you can make money, such as blackjack. After the first 3 months, we were in April, which I had a month-long trip to Japan, which was really fun, but obviously I couldn't work on the project while I was away. But once I returned, there was an even bigger setback. I decided to start a new project. Since I had a month to think about it all, I thought my original Western idea was far too ambitious and that I'd never get it done. So I should just delete it and start with a smaller project, which would be a good idea if I wasn't already 3 months into a project. I spent about 2 months working on the new idea, which was a GTA clone set in Australia, where you take lollies and soda and gain superpowers, which, considering my problem with the Western game, was I thought the scope was blown out, and my solution was to make a GTA clone. It is quite ironic. But I kept putting this project off because in the back of my mind, my Western project kept haunting me, and I eventually gave in and went back to the original Western project. And since then to today, the 13th of August, I've been working on the game, and I aim to have it done and released by the end of the year. This is my first devlog, which I'm using more of an introduction to the project rather than an in-depth look at everything. I've got hours upon hours of footage I'd need to go through, but I will in future take a deeper look at what I'm working on. I've got a lot of plans for the game, but none of it is finalized. It's all sort of a hope to add at the moment, such as a mine shaft where you go down and mine gold and other rare gems, flesh out the NPCs with small quests they can give you, and add a lot of world building, a shop you can manage and purchase, as well as sell all your crops from the farm at, and a lot more, but these are the main things I really want to add to really complete the experience for the game. A lot of systems to add these features I've already started work on. I just need to complete and flesh out. So it's very possible, but I'll just have to see if time permits. I should also mention that I am not working on this project full time, as I work as a house painter, go to the gym, and currently am learning guitar. So I only really work on the project when I have time. But in saying that, my job as a house painter has been really inconsistent lately. So it would be the dream to do game development full time one day. I don't have any experience in game development. I didn't even know how to navigate the Unity interface at the start of this project. I'm using this project as a learning experience while still trying to make something fun and worthwhile. I've been relying on a lot of YouTube and internet to help me through the whole process, as well as the Unity asset store, with the biggest help being the low poly assets from Stinty. I still have a lot to learn and am completely open to criticism, as it's the only way this project is going to get better, as I am a complete noob in this field. To build what I have on the map so far, I combined 2 Stinty asset packs into one single scene, that being the Western Frontier and the other Wild West pack. I've also used many other asset packs to fill and decorate the world, but the map in my eyes is still far from complete. In future devlogs, I will go into more detail on which packs I've used to help fill out the world. The player model, which I still want to improve on, is made by me in Blender, and although I don't think it looks the best, the style suits the world and it gets the job done. But yes, I want to improve my modeling skills and make some nice outfits for the character, as well as some other improvements such as the hair and whatnot. My inspirations behind the game are Viva Pinata, which I loved as a kid, and I'm trying to recreate that feeling of the game where you start with a rundown garden and try to turn it into something beautiful and flourishing. The obvious inspirations are also Red Dead and Gun, as these 2 games in my eyes have done an open world Western setting the best, with Red Dead 2 being one of the best games ever made. Obviously, my game will be nowhere near the scale or quality of Red Dead, but I am taking a lot of inspiration from Red Dead. Another little inspiration for me was Fallout New Vegas, one of my favourite games. Once again, the world building and some of the open world / RPG elements I want to borrow and implement in my game. If there's anything you guys would like to see in the game, leave a comment below, as well as any changes, tips, criticism you guys have, just leave it below, as any feedback will help a lot. During the time of recording, I've been working on redesigning a lot of the UI and menus in the game, so the next devlog will be something along the lines of updating the UI and menu screens in the game. There is no Steam page or anything at this moment, so effectively, the only way to wishlist the game is to like and subscribe, so that would be much appreciated, and it would show me if there's any interest in the game.